friends. Welcome to the Inspiring Heights podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Kaiser, and I am delighted that you are here with us today. Our mission here at Inspiring Heights is to inspire you, our friends, to grow closer in your relationship with Jesus and to live inspired in your day-to-day life. We talk about all things faith, rhythmic living, and homemaking. Listen, we know you have a zillion podcasts that you could listen to, and we are honored that you chose to sit here with us today. With that, let's get right to it. Okay, so I totally know that it's November, but can we talk about Valentine's Day for a second? You know how there's some people that just totally hate that holiday? They say things like, why do I have to proclaim my deep love for you on just this one day with chocolates and candy and flowers when I show you my love every single day? I think sometimes we can hold that similar sentiment about the conversations that we have around gratitude and thankfulness in the month of November. Here's my perspective. November shouldn't be the only month that we are practicing gratitude. It shouldn't be that just this one time a year we pause long enough to look around, see beauty, and express thankfulness for it. And also, what an amazing holiday that we celebrate during the month of November that gives us this sweet annual reminder to live a life of gratitude. And I would be amiss if I didn't take this beautifully teed up opportunity to talk about some super practical ways that we can lean into practicing gratitude for all that God has given us. Today, I want to share 5 very simple ways that we can work gratitude into our lives. Number 1, notice the small things. I have an acquaintance from an old church that I used to attend that I'm friends with on social media. And for as long as I have known her, she has made a diligent practice to notice things that are shaped like hearts in her everyday life. Sometimes it's a rock or a shadow or a cloud in the sky that is shaped like a heart. And she posts a picture of it on Facebook every time that she sees it. And this practice has caused her to slow down enough to see the beauty of God's creation all around her in just everyday moments. And this is what I love when she posts these heart pictures. It isn't breathtaking beauty that has caught her attention. It isn't the mountains of Montana or the vastness of the ocean. It's literally a rock on the ground. And I have found that to be so inspiring. A consistent reminder that no matter where we are looking, there is so much to be grateful for. A calm breeze on a warm day, a green light when we're running late, the flicker of a candle in a hot cup of cocoa. Noticing these small things and soaking them up takes a conscious effort. We all go so hard and so fast, so much of the time. We aren't making space to notice, and we don't make a priority out of practicing gratitude as we run errands, cook dinner, or tuck the kids in for bed. But what if we did? What if we started small and made a goal to consciously acknowledge 2 small sweet things in a day? Jot them down on a scrap piece of paper or on the Notes app on your phone. Read over them every so often, reflect, and lean into the small but sure sweetness that God brings in our everyday. Number 2, set aside time for a gratitude brain dump. Just like noticing the small sweet things through our days, such is the joy of looking back over the past year and naming those moments, accomplishments, decisions, and blessings that have grown, shaped, and moved us. This doesn't have to be a huge undertaking. It can be as simple or as complex as you desire to make it. Grab a notebook, one that you could do gratitude dumps in often, a pen, and your favorite hot beverage. Set the timer for 30 minutes, turn on your favorite Christmas music, and let your mind wander back over this past year. Soak in the warmth that fills our hearts when we take time to pause, to reflect and to express gratitude for the great things and the hard things that have stretched and grown us. Number 3, make practicing gratitude a daily rhythm. Last year, I was listening to a Jess Conley podcast, and she talked about this practice of writing down 5 things every morning she was thankful for as she starts her quiet time. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is such a good idea. And so I wish I could tell you that I've done it every single morning since then. That is not true. That's not real life. But if you flip back through my prayer journal, you will see a lot of mornings where there are 5 things scribbled at the top of my page. And sometimes it's bigger things that I'm thankful for, like deep friendship and health and safety. And other times it's the piping hot cup of coffee that I'm holding and the new pen that I'm using to write these things with. I found that having this one time a day where I consistently practice gratitude, it helps me to be more aware of the small things as I move through my day. For you, it might not be the morning or during your quiet time, but finding a way to make a habit of practicing gratitude can greatly aid us in posturing our hearts to lead with thankfulness. Number 4, make talking about gratitude a normal part of everyday conversations. I bet if you reflected on someone in your life who you identify to be a positive person, you would quickly be able to spot their ability to share their gratitude with those around them. Hear me when I say this is not a fake silver lining of life. This isn't a like, oh, I got hit by a car, but I'm so thankful it wasn't a bus kind of conversation. It's just that we live in this world where we are constantly being bombarded by bad news. Have you ever clicked on the bottom left-hand corner of your computer where the news lives? War, court cases, shootings, looming recession. Those are 4 topics I bet show up on my news corner multiple times every single day. And when we live in that sustained state of negativity, we forget. We forget that we serve a big and mighty God who is still in control. We forget that that big and mighty God that we serve has lavished his blessing on us. From the beauty of the frost on the grass in the morning to the roof over our heads on those bitter cold nights. Speaking of gratitude is countercultural, but we can change that one conversation, one moment at a time. Start with your family around the dinner table. Share some positive notes of the day, the highlights, the things that went well. Have a consistently stressful time of your day, like trying to get out the door in the morning, or is that just me? Take 60 seconds to tell someone, your spouse, a friend, a roommate, something you are thankful for right then. Let's make talking about our blessings, big and small, a part of our normal day-to-day conversations. Finally, number 5, talk to Jesus about it. This has been the sweetest part of being more mindful to practice gratitude. It has strengthened my heart of worship. When I am aware and thankful, I acknowledge that it's God's strength, God's power, God's mercy, God's grace, and God's kindness at work. It's not mine. It's not my husband's. It's not my friends. It's not the people I work with. It's not our country. It's not our government. It's God. When I write down the 5 things in the morning during my quiet time, I am thanking God for the things that he has given me. However you do it, whether it's written on a piece of paper or spoken in the car during Monday morning traffic, talk to Jesus about what you're thankful for. So whether you are trying to get started on creating a consistent rhythm of practicing gratitude, or you would consider yourself a master at it, my encouragement to you is to keep going. When we start to posture our hearts over and over again on the things that we are thankful for, our bitterness, our weariness, and our hurriedness start to take a back seat to all the blessings around us. Let's change the world, one heart pebble at a time. Before I go, I want to take just a second to tell you something that's been inspiring me lately. We've had a few weekends in the past several months where we've been working on projects that takes us to different rooms. So Ben's in one room and I'm in another. And after a few of those weekends where I would just sit with my own thoughts, sometimes that's super healthy and helpful and other times it's not, I was like, I think I could be consuming some really good information during this time. So I went to my Libby app and I'm looking for one of the 15 nonfiction books that are on the top of my list right now. And as I was scrolling, I came across Some Corny Christmas Fictional Book, and I ended up choosing that. And it was so fun. I enjoyed the task at hand so much more as I listened to the story unfold, all while getting my heart in the Christmas spirit. Friends, sometimes it's about being disciplined and consuming great information, and other times it's about having fun and enjoying a good story. I would encourage you to stop and consider what's been inspiring you this week. Before I sign off today, I have a little surprise I have been so antsy to share with all of you. For those of you who are newsletter subscribers, you were the first to get in on this long-kept secret. For those of you who aren't, listen, this is for you. We have been working all year to create the 2023 Moments to Ponder Advent Study. This study will begin with a short kickoff on November 30th and a full launch on December 1st right here on the show. There will be multiple episodes from December 1st ending on the 24th. And one of the funnest pieces of this project is that for the first time ever, we have created mini study guides to accompany each episode we drop. These study guides are exclusive to our newsletter subscribers, though. So don't wait. If you are not a subscriber, head to our website, inspiringheights.org, hover over the Contact Us link, and select Email Sign Up. We promise we are not spammers. We work really hard to be super thoughtful about the emails that we drop in your inbox. Stay tuned on Instagram, Facebook, and via the newsletter for more fun surprises coming this month. Friends, thank you so much for listening in today. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. If you're so inclined, we would love for you to leave a review of the show wherever you listen to podcasts. This helps potential new listeners to get a feel for the show before they even hit play. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Inspiring Heights. If you haven't already, you can sign up for our newsletter, Inspiration from the Moment, by visiting our website, inspiringheights.org, and hovering over the Contact Us link. If you have friends that aren't yet subscribers, please share the podcast with them if you think it's something that would be helpful and inspiring to them. Okay, friends, until next time, take a deep breath and be inspired where your feet are. Bye for now.